What's going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Novel Kicking Knowledge. You know, usually it's just me and the camera, but today I got my homies with me, man. Talk to them, let them know who you are.
Cash, 1/4, YETP.
You already know.
Benjamin City, LAM, Loyalty and Money, Wave Master, get into him.
It's your boy Fly Top. What's going on?
So we're just here to talk about some hip hop, as well as some other things going on in the world. You know, for my hip hop heads out there, as you know, sometime last week, Meek Mill went on a Twitter rant at Drake, and from that time, Drake responded with a song called Charged Up. You know, something real light, but heavy at the same time. And then after that, Meek Mill goes on Funk Master claiming that he's gonna, do a diss record, and nothing happened. And then Drake dropped another bomb.
Back to back.
It was like Pearl Harbor.
Back to back.
And we're here. So, City, thoughts on the record, back to back.
The Charged Up was like a slight jab, like a warning shot, like don't do it to yourself. You know, that's how I feel like. But that back to back, everything was so subliminal, straight to Meek though. That shit was, I love it. It's just hip hop. It's getting back to its roots, like. Back in the days, that's what we strive for.
Yeah, that felt real natural.
Yeah.
You know, wanting to, and I was, not to mention, I was mad disappointed with the flex thing, because, I'm like, this is one of the few times I'm sitting at the radio, like, waiting to hear what's going on.
Yeah.
Nothing happening, so that was
Just-
crazy.
He's reaching though. He's reaching this shit. He just wanted, to get more buzz and shit, like get his name back and
That's facts.
Word.
be like that, man.
So any of y'all, did any of you think Drizzy didn't have it in him? What you think, John? Did you underestimate him, or?
Honestly, I think he actually does have a ghostwriter. But at that point, like, he's the ambassador of Toronto rap. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, he came in the game writing for other people. So, like I said, he might not have time to be, writing everything, but he still writes.
Who's he writing for?
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys?
Well, I know he did her background vocals, but R&B, the majority of them don't write their records.
Word.
There's a
Beyonce
lot-
don't write all the records. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
she writes some, but
Some,
not
yeah.
all of them. As far as I know, Rihanna doesn't write any of her records.
at all.
Not that I know of. You know what I mean? So, Ty, you have a problem with ghostwriting? What do you
I have
think?
no problem with ghostwriting. Honestly, I really don't consider that ghostwriting. I feel like that was just a help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like a real ghostwriter is when somebody really write your whole track. I feel like he just had ears in the studio, like, yo, what you think about this? Nah, I should just tweak this, switch it up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I feel like that's what it is.
That's how me and my boys be writing music sometimes. We come together and we're here, be say we're doing a feature or something like that. We write something, say don't say it like that, or say something like this. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just an input, it's a general input. It's real good for that, you know what I'm saying?
Word, facts.
Hey, you, John?
The same thing, I personally, in my opinion, I still feel like he doesn't have time for it, but at the same time, I agree with them, like, he might be in that situation as well, where, he and there, everybody need input, whether they should change this bar, that bar, so it could go that way too.
Yeah, and I pretty much, agree with the fellas, and I just don't see. I feel like Drake is giving us so much of his real self already that we don't need to question whether or not he writes his own bars.
It's Drake, man. I mean,
Yeah,
it's Drake.
word. So you guys feel like, is there any way, right now he's down 0-2.
Yeah.
I mean, he's down 0-2.
Truthfully, it's really 3, but they don't really
I
get
didn't hear that other record he was talking
It's
about.
daylight.
Oh, I don't really.
That was a diss song too?
Because it's really not Drake's
It's
song.
not Drake's
I like
song,
Drake featured it.
Oh, okay. But it's new and he was
It's
talking
new,
about that.
yeah.
Word. But yo, you guys want to know what's so funny? I feel like this whole thing kind of started when Budden said what he said about me.
Nah, me, yeah.
Yeah,
you
know?
I'm sure he's some shit, right?
Yeah, basically, if you don't know, Budden said, he doesn't feel like Meek Mill's image to this point is going to sustain with him going into this direction, like having that single out with Chris Brown and Nicki. You know, like he's a little too hard for that. And me, just the way I think, once I heard the single, I'm like, yeah, he wanted to do this years ago. You know, like he playing this out. Like, yeah, if I bag that, well, we gonna have a hit single and da da da. So I feel like that's what kind of started it or whatever. What you guys think about that? Like about Budden's comments or whatever? Is Meek going soft? Can he do shit like that? What do you think?
I mean, I think it's good for that because especially for him just to show he's versatile to do different things. You don't have to see him screaming bullshit going on. So it's real good for his image, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, as an artist, I feel like you should do stuff like that because that's how you feeling at the moment. So you're telling the world how you feel and stuff.
He's feeling real good. He
loves
was feeling real good.
He got Nicki Minaj brushing his hair on the video and
Loving
everything.
it,
He loves it.
Honestly, since that's his first like pop record, nobody's gonna respect it because that's coming out his lane. It's coming out Meek's lane. So everybody at the end of the day now, they just really respect consistency in our generation. So, you know, he has to put out like at least 5, 6 for people to start respecting.
Honestly, I think Meek Mill's done. He's done. I think Drake did nail the coffin with that shit though, on some real shit though. He really did though, because I like the way he did it because one, the first track it was subliminals, but it wasn't really on no aggressive type shit.
It was the calm.
And he was speaking, he was speaking about everything.
Yeah, word.
From the Sandra, I don't want to say how long.
Sandra Bland.
Yeah, from you saying you focusing on whatever, but you're not focusing on when
Cops is killing people
yeah.
with their arms up.
And you're not harming us.
And your main concern is trying to harm us.
Exactly. He's talking about everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, what could you say?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then the next track, back to back, he destroys it. So you can't really. I think it's just best to not say nothing. You don't got nothing good to say, like they say. You got nothing good to say, just shut your mouth.
If I was Meek, I apologize. That's because if he would have took the rap route, that he would have responded as soon Charged Up came out. You know what I'm saying? And he would have had a chance for survival.
Right.
He didn't add back-to-back shit.
He wasn't expecting that. He just did. I feel like he really
I think
did.
he must were expecting.
I think he did it for album sales. I really think that's what he did it
You
for.
want to know something? That is a good point, and it could really be true. Because I'm sitting here, you know, watching everything happen, and I'm like, but you're coming at this man, but you put him on your album.
Yeah.
Like,
that was your best song.
What you really mad about? So, you know, that thought did come into my mind. And if it was for album sales, trust me, it backfired, because I don't think there's a soul that after this
Backfired in a bad way.
backfired in a bad way. In a bad way, because I don't think there's a soul that went out there and bought and he
Actually, after that.
after
He
all
did.
this.
First week he did
Probably.
over 100,000.
It probably did.
Anybody listen to the album?
I ain't listen to it.
Yeah, I listened to it, you know, and it's just for me, okay. Alright, for me, I'm a poet, so I love lyrics. I love when I can hear something and I can feel it. All right, and with Meek's new album, all the records were forced. It was like at each and every record you could tell he went with the producer and said, "Yo, I want to sound like this record." Real talk, and that's how he made it. So there was some level of inauthenticity to me, and the records just kind of started to sound the same. But interestingly enough, my favorite record on Rico featuring
The
Drake.
other thing I understand, like he was saying,
Good artists can bring the best out of you.
he was
man.
saying,
They really can.
he was saying he did the majority of the tracks before he went to jail, and he had tweaked some of it after he got out.
Well, I guess it shows because the music, it just sounds a little dry. Remember on what was that? On the mixtape, the Ride. That's what it's called.
Oh,
When he's talking
yeah.
about- You know me, man.
It's down for Drake
He
beat.
said,
Meek
It's
Mills.
a Drake beat.
Was it? Oh, the Ride.
Girl singing in the background.
Yeah, and he's talking about the PO officer and shit.
Yeah, the same.
Yeah, there was no records like that.
Yeah, right.
So it's like with everything going on in the world right now, how can you not
Talk
like?
about
At least Drake made dedicated a bar to what was going on, you know? So with me, I just prefer tracks that, cause I'm not always in a party mood. I'm not a trapper, you know what I mean? I respect the trap. I can listen to some trap rap, but just switch it up a little bit, you know?
You gotta love Drake for that though, man. I said Drake for that though.
Yeah, word.
He did a lot of shit. Like,
Drake earned his stripes.
For real.
Cause I remember I'm a little surprised about
Shit
this
was
because
Charlamagne.
a couple months ago there was I still don't even know if that was true, but I don't know if you guys remember they said Drake challenged Murder Mook.
Yeah.
Murder Mook
Challenge
challenged
Drake.
Drake. And I said, Drake, you better know what the hell you about to swim with the sharks.
yeah, they didn't think
You
he
know?
still would've got 8 though.
Yeah, he still would have got 8, but I think he could have won a round.
Yeah. Now seeing this,
Yeah, I think
I was like, yo,
I think he
maybe
coulda
some
went
shit
around.
up his sleeve, yo.
You know, so I was surprised. Like what it definitely let me know when Back to Back came, I said, Drake is a smart bastard. Nick, he was ready for round 2.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? He's like, I'm gonna do this just like
Finish
this,
him off.
cause he didn't know the spine though. You know, so he had no
probably
choice but
was
to
sick.
drop the Back to
And then
Back.
this nigga Safari,
Good point.
Lifeline.
Yeah, Lifeline. All right, guys. So thoughts on Lifeline? I'll say this. Okay, there's a reason Safari is not on. Okay, there's a reason why he does. Just because you have lyrics doesn't mean you can be a good artist.
He's got
There's
lyrics.
many. Yeah, he got lyrics.
Yeah.
He's alright.
He's alright. Like
He's alright.
he's got lyrics.
Like
Like
even spitting Jamaican. He's
yeah, you feel me? But he does a thing. You know how as artists, you guys know that there's ways to really keep the flow going.
Yeah, right.
He switches before you get into a good
Kinda really
groove with
do
what he's
sound like
saying.
Nicki Minaj though.
You can hear it, right?
Honestly, he been coming out with crazy. He ghost wrote Nicki Minaj. Honestly, if you ghost write him, you fucking Nicki and Drake, you eating ass like a cupcake. Something wrong with you, bro. Honestly.
He eating ass.
If he ghost wrote for that, I mean,
He's eating ass because he goes
if
wrong.
he ghost wrote for Nicki went on that song only. I let him eat my ass like a cupcake. I mean, you ghost wrote that. Some type of world with you, bro.
He not really. Like I said,
Basically-
I don't think he really goes for it.
Yeah, and I don't know, guys. I think we need to. If you're a person out there who you have no tolerance for ghost writing, I think you're in for a rude awakening. I don't think you're gonna like any of your artists because I'm sure at one point or another it's just the way music gets made. Okay, that someone's gonna put their input. Any of you ever heard this? I heard that Lloyd Banks wrote "In the Club"
Yeah.
by 50. You know what I mean? And that's 50's biggest hit of his career. You know, but at the end of the day, you like the artist, okay? And you like how the artist puts the words out. The guy that they said wrote for Drake, his track was trash. personally.
He don't even sell all that.
You know, Drake is Drake for a reason, and there's a reason you like him. So
I think it's all about status. That's what I'm saying. Because if he had a name, I think a lot of people.
nah, John, that record was trash.
It's a
I get what you're saying.
I think if you had status, people would respect him. But they don't respect him because he's just.
I mean, at least he came in with the 10 bands.
Nah, I think it's how
He's still
how you deliver things.
How you-
you're right.
Deliver things a certain way. So,
Absolutely
you know what I'm
right.
saying? You could say them was garbage lines. You say that shit a hot way,
Wait,
and niggas
yeah.
gonna feel that shit. I see it all the time. Niggas be, oh, I eat the chicken noodle soup. And niggas be like, oh, that shit hard. That shit's trash.
I'm gonna put it like this. I was chilling with my mans one day, like about a week ago. And he said, and basically he just said he had a Travis Scott Rodeo tour happening. So basically I told him, I'm like, honestly, the shit looked trash, the hat. You know, respect to Travis Scott, I love the music and everything, but I said, honestly, if this wasn't Travis Scott's hat that's representing, would you honestly buy this shit? You said, hell no. That's why I honestly think it's about status, how many people you got fucking with you.
Yeah, obviously.
That's true. Followers. Check out followers.
All right, y'all, we got 5 minutes left. But yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good.
he definitely not that.
For what? Like you messing it up now? This is natural. I'm in the hot for the people we say I'm talking.
It should be like 5 minutes for Drake, and then what else we got coming? Because it's like basically that whole.
Word. Alright. guys, glad you lent us your ears for today. We're definitely going to be doing more of this. So until next time, peace.
Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
Another one. And another one. I mean, you ain't do nothing about the other one.